Okay, everyone, this is the stuff that I always tell people, be prepared, get yourself little devices to check the UV radiation, and there's an article already. Just exactly as I told people, it seems extreme solar radiation is in Mexico right now. Now, for those of you who don't know what the UV indexes are, it just goes to show how much UV radiation is actually penetrating through the atmosphere. See, we have an atmosphere, and that in conjunction with the geomagnetics actually shields us for most of the solar radiation. Some of the radiation always gets through, but if that shield were to collapse or weaken, we are in some deep trouble, because if that thing would have no reflection, it wouldn't reflect any solar radiation. We pretty much bake. You could stand out in the sun in Florida and probably get a sunburn in about 3 minutes. So it's very important we have the shield. So right now I found an article here, extreme solar radiation in Mexico, and as you can see, it's dated April 19th, 2011. So I'm reading the article, and I'm going to read it. It's a very small article, and I'll link you to it. It says, in 2 areas of the Valley of Mexico, extremely high solar radiation is recorded, by which the system of monitoring atmospheric in the city Mexico urged the population to take precautions to avoid damage to health. The body of the Secretariat of Environment of the Federal District detailed in his report of 15 hours that the level of ultraviolet radiation reached 11 units. Now I have that little device, okay, and it tells you there's a level. I believe it goes from 5 to, I believe, 13. I'm not sure, 5 to 15 or something. But I have to take the paper out tomorrow, take a look at it. It's a little too late right now. And according to those units, it tells you how much radiation is actually hitting your skin. It says, in an hour, ultraviolet radiation index rose 7 to 9 level, which is located in very high, reported the system of monitoring atmospheric in the city of Mexico. Agency of the Secretariat of the Environment of the Federal District recommended to avoid directly exposed to the sun, and in case, if necessary, make the activities under the shade. UV forecast models for Mexico predict maximum index of 13.6, which is categorized as extreme level of UV radiation. Now, as you can see here, now there's a solar storm going on, guys. Geomagnetics, okay? We're under a geomagnetic solar storm. And what that means is right now we are being blasted by the sun's rays, and it's hitting our atmosphere. And that's how we get the aurora borealis. As pretty as it is, when you look at the aurora borealis with all the pretty colors, that's not really a good thing. What that means is that our shields are being walloped. It says, although there is concern for future stratospheric ozone depletion, several large urban populations are already being exposed to very high UV levels due to geographical factors. In Mexico City, ultraviolet radiation plays an important role in the generation of high levels of tropospheric ozone and other photochemical pollutants. The measurement of ultraviolet B radiation in Mexico began in the spring of '93 as a pilot project of ultraviolet B UV monitoring and as support for the Hispanic public information program on the UV index through Televisa Mexico, that's television station in Mexico, which covers the Spanish-speaking world. In 1996, based on our preliminary measurements, the Mexico City government commissioned the authors to design the Valley of Mexico UV monitoring network, and that's the whole thing. Now, I just want to say something, folks. I mean, everyone can talk about everything's going to be fine, this is just fear-mongering and all that. Well, you know what? I was never a very religious person, and people were telling me, all these people will feel the burn on their skin, or I think it says something in the Bible that the earth will burn, or something like that. I remember reading something. I'm very tired, guys, and I think I'm coming down with a cold, as you can hear. But this is what's happening, folks. The sun is going to actually destroy most of our crops. Okay, just burn the earth. And I don't think the earth is going to catch fire per se, but I think people are going to be having this hit them, and you're not going to be able to go outside. The sun is actually going to burn them. Okay, I think it was one of the angels poured the bowl onto the sun and it burned people. I remember reading that. I remember reading that in the Bible somewhere, and I'm Jewish and I know a little bit about that verse, so that kind of says something. So that's it, folks. I mean, all I can tell you people is just be very, very careful. At least buy yourself a $20 UV detector for this summer, so you guys can at least look at the sun's rays. Point it towards the sun, and if it's over a certain amount, try to limit your activities outside. Or else you're going to have skin cancer. You're going to be getting skin cancers and a whole bunch of bad burns on your skin. And I've been warning people about this since those group that outing, the school outing. They got mysteriously burnt, and everyone was telling me I was crazy and paranoid. And it seems that right now there are high levels of radiation coming through the atmosphere in certain parts of the earth. So I'm going to be linking you to this article, guys. I don't want to keep on ranting, but I felt it's very important that you guys get this article and spread it around. Warn people, tell people to buy those UV detectors for this summer, because this summer is going to be a very hot summer. Take it easy, folks, and stay safe. Bye.